This really blew my mind. According to one piece of research, financial education will barely improve someone's behavior when it comes to money 0.1% of the time. The situation is significantly worse for those from low-income families. In other words, no matter how essential financial education is, research suggests that if you want to save money, pay off debt, or achieve any other financial objective, you must modify your behavior. We like to choose the road of least resistance wherever possible. If behavioral economics could be reduced to a single concept, it would be to make anything simple. Setting up automatic payments or using an app that rounds up your spending are two examples. It might also be about designing in the opposite direction of the route of least resistance. If you have a group of friends who often WhatsApp about new movie releases to rent, the route of least resistance is to rent the films yourself so you can join in the discussion. Alternatively, you might simply exit the conversation. So, think long and hard about how you might create effortless methods of achieving your investment goals. Focusing on your goals, for example, you want to save this much money or have this much net worth, is broad and avoids details. Instead, the expert recommends figuring out what behavior you want to change and then developing a plan to get there. These steps will almost automatically lead to your desired consequences. For example, let's suppose you wish to save $200 this month. It's not enough to just say it. Rather, think about how you'll save $200 this month. Could you give up going to the dry cleaners to get your clothing cleaned and ironed? Could you cook your lunch every day if you think you're overspending on eating out during working hours? Processes lead to beneficial results in the end. So start concentrating on them. Take, for example, budgeting. What do you do if you look at how much you spent on dining and drinking out last month and it makes you feel guilty? Ours, and I'm sure many other people's, initial thought would be to justify something. I'd stand in front of the mirror, push up my chest, and pledge that next month I'd spend less money on going out. Until a friend calls and invites you to breakfast 10 minutes later. Affirmations like these are empty and have no meaning. Instead, the expert recommends establishing certain ground rules, such as, this month, I'm just going out to eat once a week. Or at dinner, I will just order one glass of wine. We want to keep up with the Joneses on a psychological level. In fact, you are more likely to go bankrupt if your neighbor wins the lottery. Making these general rules can help you avoid the desire to overspend while you're under pressure. Instead of making a long-term commitment to change a habit, for example, I'm going to bring my lunch to work every day from now on, the expert proposes doing a short-term experiment. Bring your lunch to work for a week. Don't spend on takeaway only for the weekend. For a month, ride your bike to work, the gym, and the store. Short-term commitments are simpler to keep, and you may try out different things to determine if you enjoy the sacrifice you're making. Try a short-term experiment. The results could surprise you. Even if you don't like it, you'll still get paid for having tried it for a short time. Humans are fascinated with perks and rewards. But society isn't keen on rewarding us for our strong management. Open a credit card account. Yes, there are plenty of travel benefits to be earned. Spend a lot of money on your wedding, but make it a day dedicated to you and you alone. Have you felt the dopamine rush yet? However, there will be no celebration if you pay off all of your student loans or achieve your savings target. Unless you create one from the start. Treating yourself is a fantastic encouragement, and you don't have to wait until you've reached your major goals. The fresh start effect is the sensation of a new beginning that happens near a natural milestone. The most obvious are our New Year's goals or our own birthday commitments. We'll be millionaires by this time next year. Of course, goals like these are notorious for not being maintained, so experts recommend using natural milestones as deadlines instead. Humans are notorious for sticking to deadlines, which you may take advantage of by declaring that you will have your money rules sorted out for the following month by the end of the current month allows you to get right into it on January 1st. Identify the method by which you will pay off debt on a regular basis for the coming year on your birthday. You'll almost certainly want to set some goals around these natural milestones anyway, so why not make them more helpful than usual? This month, I'm going to be more responsible with my money. It might help you reach your financial goal, so subscribe to my channel.